say trap the sign. Big old coyote.
Welcome to Louisiana Outdoor Experience. If you watched our last trapping video, you'll know what we're about to be doing in this video, kind of. If not, I'll leave the link in the description below. You don't have to watch it. Good baseline video for explaining on what's going on. But I'm starting off with the traps right now. So anytime you get a new trap, you gotta get the oil off of them. I've been doing some research. They basically say use degreaser. Dawn's a very good degreaser. I have some scorching hot water in my sink right now. I'm gonna fill this sink up. Squirt a little bit of Dawn. I think we still gotta. We're gonna wind up dyeing these traps and all once they get some rust on them. But these traps have actually been out in the elements underneath my house since I got them. And as you can tell, there's not much rust on them. Now, they got a few spots that rust is starting, but for the most part, there is no rust on them. And guys, if you see me doing anything wrong in any of my videos, tell me, because I'm relatively new to trapping. Alright, so these traps have been sitting for about 24 hours. And they seem to have rusted up pretty good. Yesterday you noticed how shiny they were. All I did was clean them with Dawn dishwashing liquid and sprayed them with a little bit of vinegar. This is a Cajun long lighter. So, it has been 24 hours, and you've seen that these traps are pretty much rusted. But today, I'm over at neighbor Vinnie's house, and we are currently getting ready to dye and wax the traps so that we can go start catching coyotes. So, you may be asking why they're dyed and dipped into wax. The dye we're using is just logwood dye for traps. It'll make it a dark color. It locks out scent of the metals and all. And then you wax the traps because we no longer have lubrication on the traps. And then the wax will actually protect the traps and lubricate them so that they can function properly. So, these have been in there for about 15 minutes. The wax is completely melted. Alright, so we're about to pull the traps out of the dye, put them on that cardboard on the ground so that they can dry, and then we're going to dip them in the wax. Oh, look at that. You couldn't do that again if you tried. No. Alright, so once they drip dry a little bit, we're going to dip them in the wax.
Dip this sucker right here into wax. I'm gonna let it sit. Let me grab it first. So when we pull it out, we want to pull it out nice and steady. That's not exactly what I was thinking.
What we're gonna do here is grabbing the trap with this little doohickey we have here. He's gonna set the entire trap below the wax line. And he's actually going to put 2. And then we're going to let the metal get heated up. Whoops! We're going to let the metal get heated back up, let it sit in there for a minute, then we're going to pull them back out and go hang them on that board over there. Alright, so now we're going to put... Oh, well, he caught it on the first try. That was not as much fun as I thought it would be. He's going to take it out nice and slow, making sure it's all even. Going to let it drip dry for a little bit. Try to make sure he gets everything out of the little stake holder there. Because he's going to take it over to that board hanging. then well, he did that one a lot better than I thought.
Only needed one for practice.
And then we're going to hang them, let them dry. This is the first one we did. As you can see, see where the wax had puddled up on it. So he's going to... We'll show it this way because... Nope.
Well, come on, work with me here. I don't know if it's going to work or not. Nope. Alright, we'll do it this way. Oh, come on. There we go.
And for everybody that's saying, well, just grab it with your hand. At this point, you don't want to touch any of the traps with an ungloved hand to keep your scent off of them.
Not to mention, it'll probably burn your skin because it's 212 degrees.
Alright, so I wasn't able to make it out yesterday, but Vinnie had set some traps. The first trap has nothing in it, and Vinnie's somewhere back there. You saw us dye these traps, wax them. So now we're going to put them out, and we're also setting the coyote traps today. So, if kids at home, if you've been keeping up with the score, that is 7-0. The coons are winning at this point. But we're about to go set out them coyote traps. So that looks like fresh coyote scat. They say trap the sign, and luckily, about where Vinnie's standing is where we're going to put that next trap. So, that's good to go. Right, so this spot that I'm about to show you, where we're setting our very first coyote trap, probably looks familiar from the first trapping video. And it should, because if you see there, if I zoom in for a little bit, that's that raccoon that you saw the video of the coyote coming here, peeing on it, marking it as his own. So let's see how well we can do on our first trap. And as I used to say as a mechanic, I'm YouTube certified, so just in case you don't know, there's actually a trap right there. Vinnie set it. I'm about to go set my first trap. Alright, so I'm going to use this little oak tree here as a backstop, and I'm going to dig my bait hole up underneath it, and I'm going to set the trap right here in this area. So let's get that hole dug. We have to have an auger to do this with the
Like you're hitting root, huh?
Yeah. I don't know how deep it needs to be. I mean, because you think that's deep enough? How deep was yours?
Deeper than that.
Well, luckily I'm trapping with a friend.
There you go. Hammer breaks off in the hole. See how deep are you? That's probably good. I'll let this man know in the comments if that's good enough.
Yeah, this is the first time we're doing this. I'm going to go about 6 inches, 8 inches, something like that, in front of the trap to set my trap bed. Ooh, this...
Much better dirt.
Alright, so I want this trap to pretty much be ground level after it's all done. I'm going to have to put some more back in it. make sure it's packed, because if they step on the trap, I don't want that trap to wobble or anything. So that should be close to good. But I'm going to call it, I guess, safety setting this trap, just so I know exactly how good it is.
You can do it!
It keeps sinking into the ground. Well, we caught our first animal on the trap. It just happens to be me. I'm going to move to this road because the ground is harder. Well, it's set, but it's not safety set. Nobody said trapping's easy work. Alright, so I couldn't get this one to what I call safety set, or what me and Vinnie's calling safety set, to where that keeper is actually underneath there more than that notch. So I'm just going to keep the jaws like that while I'm dealing with it. That way, when it does slam shut, because it'll happen, my hand's not in it. Once you get your stake set in the ground, grab it, pull up on it, because it's not going anywhere anymore. Alright, so that trap's pretty stable now. We forgot pan covers, but we did this on the last. Actually, we have something else. We have bubble wrap that the lure came in, so we're just gonna rip a little piece of that off. You stuck it underneath, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Stick it underneath there. But what that does, it'll keep it from going underneath the pan to where it'll still be an active trap once it's covered. Open this other jaw up. And of course, since we're balling on a budget here, we're going to take this hardware cloth that Vinnie had and use it as a sifter.
Hold on. You got that trap bedded down good?
Yeah.
Rock the jaws and see.
Do what?
Yeah, see, it's still wobbling. You gotta make sure them jaws don't even move. Pack some dirt around them jaws, like underneath them, so that if he steps on those, they don't move either. Push real hard. Now I'm joking.
So we're putting a little bit of leaves to actually camouflage it a little bit better. Alright, so that should be good. I'm going to take a few sticks, kind of set them to where it kind of guides his foot to step in that trap. Alright, so what we have here is some lure and the bait. So the bait's actually going to go in the hole. The lure is just going to go right outside the hole just to kind of get them to start coming this way. And have you noticed I took my gloves off? And the reason I took my gloves off is because I try to keep my scent off the trap so that they don't get dug up. But with the bait and the lure, I don't want to get that either on my gloves, because then they're going to try to dig it up. So let's put the bait first. It don't smell too bad. I mean, 1 teaspoon per set, to be used alone or in connection with a good gland lure. So I'm going to take this stick here, scoop a little bit of this out. It looks kind of like a rotted potted meat. Just shove it down in that hole. And what he's going to do is take his little nose and go try to sniff in there. And when he does that, wasak! Now we're going to take the lure. And you don't want to use too much of this, because if it's overpowering, it could alert him that something's wrong. So let's open this up. Give it a sniff. Oh, it smells like rotted meat with urine in it. Let's try to hurry up and get this. Just gonna, you notice, dipped a little bit on the tip of that stick. And setting that right there next to that bait hole. So, looks pretty natural there. There's the trap. That's the hole that's underneath that tree. Hopefully we have a coyote in it come tomorrow. Alright, so I'm about to put this trap out real quick. Vinnie's a little bit further down the trail, putting another one out. So we're going to try to hurry up and get these out because it's getting dark on us. So stay tuned. We'll be back tomorrow to check these traps. When you safety set a trap, that's actually how it's supposed to work. That other one's just difficult. So. For y'all that are keeping home at school. For y'all that are keeping score at home, it's now the coon's 14, the coyote's 4, and me and Vinnie nothing. So, hopefully, we get some soon. Sorry. Hopefully we get something soon. So this is day 2 of checking the coyote traps. Day 3 of checking the coon traps. And if we catch something, you'll see it. If not, I'll just give you a score update at the end of this.
Smart little dummy.
So this is what happens when a coyote finds or smells the trap. Or it could have been the bubble wrap, because now that I'm thinking about it, I think I touched the bubble wrap with my hand. But if you notice, that trap's dug up. We're gonna have to reset this trap. Alright, so me and Vinnie just checked the trap, looked down the trail, and actually saw we have a coyote in the trap. So we're gonna go ahead and get him out. And he's a big old boy. I will get closer. And if the camera gets dropped real quick, it's because he's not hooked very well.
He's not happy about it. I didn't even know they barked like that.
I didn't either.
Alright, well.
So we caught him on the back foot. I don't want him to stress out more than he already is. So I'm going to dispatch him and we'll pick up after. Alright, so I am beyond excited. I am ecstatic, you could say, right now. We got him dispatched. We're going to check the rest of our traps and then come back. The one across the road obviously doesn't have anything in it. There he is, sleeping. It looks like the coons are 21. The coyotes are 7. And we are 1. But that 1 makes up for all the time and effort that we have put in to setting these traps. So that'll about wrap it up for today. She's on Rhonda the Honda there. And we'll be going reset that 1 trap that we had on the way out. And make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, comments, if you see us do anything wrong in these videos, let us know, because we're not 100% sure on what we're doing here. YouTube certified, as I like to say. But make sure you hit that subscribe button. Our goal is 1,000 subscribers this year. And at every 100 subscribers, we do a giveaway.